An hours-long standoff in Findlay that reached the point that SWAT needed to be called in, while authorities needed to call them in. And a veterinarian's technician is being accused of stealing over $500,000 from their employer. How police managed to single out the suspect next.
And a warmer and sunny Friday is in store, but some shower activity to talk about for your weekend. I'll get you prepared.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Jason Valentine. Oh, Jill, we've made it to Friday.
Yes, we are here. It's the weekend.
Yes.
We're almost.
One of the pluses for us is we show up so early, we get to start the weekend a little bit early.
That's
so
right.
We do like that.
Yes.
Hope you're having a great morning so far and have a great weekend plan. Let's take a look outside at our lovely Columbia Point Skycam, and it is going to be a beautiful day. We do have a little bit of snow in the upper elevations of the Blue Mountain region, even a little bit of shower activity just to the northeast of Pendleton. So just a little bit of shower activity and a little bit of cloud coverage out there, but my goodness, we have a beautiful day in store. Plenty of sunshine, maybe just a hint more clouds as we move along in the day. Upper 50s finally for Yakima, slowly starting to warm up. Tri-Cities area still about 5 degrees off the average. We'll get there this weekend, but we're going to be in those lower 60s and ample sunshine and light winds to boot. We're going to see a little bit more cloud coverage for the Blue Mountain region, but we do have spotty showers to talk about for your weekend. It is going to be in the form of light rain and should be quick, but still you may want to have an umbrella on hand as you will do your weekend activities. But folks, can't wait to tell you about it in my full forecast, but for right now, let's send it back to Jill.
Thank you, Jason. An hours-long standoff ended with one person in custody. The Benton County Sheriff's Office got a call from a home in Findlay around 7 Thursday morning. Police say a person accused of pointing a weapon at someone and firing it was barricaded inside a residence. Law enforcement called on SWAT to boost their response. The man eventually surrendered and another person inside of the house was released. Lieutenant Mike Clark with the Benton County Sheriff's Office says this was a typical SWAT response with a good ending.
The vast majority of the time they are resolved fairly early on and without uses of force or anything of that nature, and that was similar to the incident here. Is you kind of see that show of force that shows up, as do the suspects that are inside, and realize that it's not just patrol guys. This isn't just going to walk away and leave, and so then they usually decide to give up at that point.
Police say there were no injuries. A neighbor told Cap KVUE's Riley Fitzgerald that the neighborhood has been dealing with crime in the area for more than 3 decades. And a crime alert this morning around 3 o'clock Thursday morning. A Kennewick resident called the police to say a man was allegedly trying door handles on various cars in her West Kennewick neighborhood to see if any were unlocked. Police are still looking for the suspect. They say the newer model Kia Sportage was stolen out of Richland. KPD was able to locate the suspect, but found the car he was driving had a license plate stolen out of Richland. Police say he drove away and they couldn't pursue.
The vehicle actually almost hit our patrol cars. They attempted to stop the vehicle, and the vehicle didn't. They were able to grab a plate. However, the plate ended up being a stolen license plate out of Richland. So not a license plate matching the vehicle being driven by the suspect.
As the weather gets warmer, police say vehicle prowling might be on the rise. Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, more about this investigation on car prowling and the biggest factor that could prevent it. A Kennewick vet tech and clinic manager is accused of stealing nearly $500,000 from her employer. We're learning more about the alleged theft from Horsehaven Hills Pet Urgent Care and what prompted this investigation.
Court documents state the owner of the pet clinic hired an accounting firm to improve business productivity and financial success in January of this year. In late March, the CPA presented findings to the owner showing cash income produced by the business did not align with bank statements indicating employee embezzlement. They found $470,082.47 was unaccounted for. The CPA firm reported the trail of missing money began in 2019 with about $2,500 that year and escalated from there. The owner reported to Kennewick Police that vet tech and practice manager Christina Ripplinger was the only person beside herself who had access to the clinic's cash and lockbox where money is stored. The owner stated Ripplinger was responsible for reconciliation and bank deposits. Documents state the clinic's owner looked at surveillance footage from early April that shows Ripplinger taking cash out of the business money bag and putting it into her purse. On Tuesday of this week, Ripplinger was interviewed by Kennewick Police. She claimed the money was used to cover personal expenses, but she originally planned to pay it all back. That never happened. Ripplinger was arrested and booked into the Benton County Jail for theft in the first degree, a Class B felony.
Ripplinger has made her first appearance in court, but so far no date has been set for her arraignment. A follow-up to a deadly crash last year in Richland. According to the Benton County Prosecuting Attorney's Office, Johnny Alexandro Glenn pleaded guilty Wednesday to 1 count of vehicular homicide while under the influence. That includes an enhancement for having a prior DUI. According to the prosecutor's office, Glenn was driving southbound on George Washington Way in February of 2022 when he drove into oncoming traffic and struck another vehicle head-on. The crash killed Glenn's passenger, Ernesto Marino Madrigal. Toxicology showed Glenn was under the influence of meth and fentanyl. The judge sentenced him to 8.5 years behind bars. A well-known spot for anglers in Richland has been closed to unauthorized vehicles. Over the years, more people have used Bushwhacker Trail Road to dump garbage and other illegal activities. The city of Richland announced on Facebook this week the gravel path will be closed to traffic indefinitely due to vandalism and trash. The area located next to Y Park is still open to foot traffic and those in the area for recreational use, such as fishing or kayaking. A full closure takes place today on the bombing range and Keene Road's roundabout modification project in West Richland. The intersection closure begins at 7 and ends at 4 Monday morning, April 17th. Drivers will see detour signs. For the roundabout modification project, workers will completely remove the roundabout and replace it with an intersection with a traffic signal. The rest of the project will happen in phases and will wrap up by next October. This week, the Pasco School District officially held a ribbon cutting to celebrate its new Early Learning Center, which technically opened back in January.
La una, a las dos, y a las tres.
The Lakeview Early Learning Center is designed for early childhood education and assistance, which is a state program also known as ECAP. It's intended to give children as young as 3 a jump start on getting ready for school. District officials say the project has been a decade in the making, and it provides a service that the neighborhood desperately needs.
It's just really inspiring and emotional to think about the legacy of students that will walk through these rooms as their first educational experience. So it's an emotional day for me. Having been a kindergarten teacher, my kindergarten teacher's heart is full, and as a superintendent, I couldn't be prouder.
The program is free for qualified families. Right now, the facility has the capacity for 60 children, and it's not quite filled yet. Applications for this upcoming school year will be available soon. We'll have more information about that on our website, yaktrinews.com. U.S. Cellular has donated 400 wireless hotspots valued at nearly $500,000 to the YWCA of Yakima as part of its after-school access project. The personal hotspots come with 2 years of free service, enabling victims of domestic violence and their children to have access to internet wherever they are. Kids who might not have access to other resources will be able to use it to do their homework, and it's a way for them to communicate wherever they go.
It doesn't matter what it is, but just somebody you can get a hold of and connect with to engage in dialogue if you needed to, right? Whether you're in an emergency or not.
U.S. Cellular says those hotspots have been delivered to the YWCA and families should start getting them soon. We'll return in just a moment, but first, Jason Valentine joins us live now for another quick look at weather.
Folks, we have a calm morning this morning, but whoa, we are going to look at a nice Friday with some shower activity to talk about for your weekend plans. All of your First Alert forecasts coming up.
And a new study has found that treatment for hearing loss may prevent dementia. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Jack, we think you're going to love this. Corn chicken. Corn chicken. Corn chicken. So?
Get out.
Right, okay.
My $6.99 popcorn chicken is back, only at Jack in the Box.
And there's no way she'd stick around if she knew the truth. I'm a criminal.
It's just too dangerous.
Let's rock.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Homeowners, Washington is moving to renewable power. Consider an investment in green energy. Rooftop solar with Solar Power Northwest, a true one-stop shop. Solar Power Northwest, a better way to solar.
From Cap Cay View, Apple Valley Eats.
Okay, we started many years ago. My mom was the one who started the business. She was doing it at home. But when we moved here, we're from Colombia. When we moved here like 15 years ago, she's just making more cakes for friends. People were asking for more cakes. I'm like, okay, let's do it. Let's open the business. So we finally decided to move here. I love the place. People, like our customers, keep coming and they just tell the other friends to come, and we are super busy all the time. We love our customers, and that's how everything starts.
We specialize on custom cakes, whatever you guys are looking for, anything that they want to make, we can make that cake come to life. No matter what it is, we can also do cupcakes, cake pops, cookies, anything that the customer wants, we'll do. And we'll make sure that it's perfect and exactly how they want it, because my mom is very much a perfectionist, so everything has to pass through her and it has to be perfect.
We take in every detail because we want to make sure every vision comes to life, you know? And just seeing smiles on people's faces, making them feel welcome, because you know, you never know what somebody's going through. So giving them like that special treatment just really can make someone's day.
My $6.99 popcorn chicken is back, only at Jack in the Box.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Welcome back, everyone. It's 5:12 on this Friday morning. According to a new study published Thursday, treating hearing loss could reduce the risk for dementia. It found that hearing loss may increase the risk for dementia, but treatment with hearing aids lowered the risk of dementia to levels similar to people without hearing loss. Researchers found more than 430,000 people looking for each person's risk for dementia, use of hearing aids and medical records to see if people developed dementia. The research accounted for other factors, including loneliness, social isolation, and depression, but found that untreated hearing loss still had a strong association with dementia. The results support findings from an analysis published in JAMA Neurology in December. It found people who wore devices for hearing loss had 3% better cognitive function than those who didn't. Well, coming up, a winery in Prosser has a line of wines where the bottles are more than just containers. They're works of art. And folks, I'll return. Can't wait to tell you about this great Friday, but some shower activity this weekend. I'll get you prepared, you and your family, for that weekend. Good Morning Northwest continues right after this. Stick with us.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
Welcome to Some Bagels and Gelato at the Uptown Plaza in Richland. We've been making fresh bagels from scratch since 1991. From plain to everything and all those yummy flavors in between. Taste the difference that a fresh bagel can offer. We're sure you'll agree we have the best bagels in the whole world. And while a bagel is tasty on its own, it's even better when topped with our fresh-made flavored cream cheese. We have onion and chive, jalapeno, strawberry, and even sriracha. Go ahead, you know you want some. And when you want to step it up even more, our bagel sandwiches will keep you coming back again and again. Breakfast and lunch, hot and cold, we have a sandwich calling you. Of course, the best way to get your day going is with our fresh roasted coffee. Straight up black, latte or mocha. Some Bagels and Gelato could be your new coffee break. And of course, we've been known to serve up smiles with our homemade gelato. A dozen flavors of goodness, certain to satisfy. Enjoy it here or take it to go. So, we invite you to visit us here in Richland or at our Kennewick location on Washington. Either way, you'll get friendly service and food that is sure to satisfy. Some Bagels and Gelato and some bagels too. So, we hope to see you real soon.
You work hard for your money, and now you can get up to $1,200 back on state taxes you already paid with the Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
You will now be singing for America's vote.
The top 26 take the stage from Disney's Aulani Resort, and the performances are
crazy,
talented.
American Idol, new Sunday and Monday on ABC.
Steps to a brighter future with Merit Resource Services.
When you are in need of substance abuse disorder treatment and your burdens are too much to bear alone, Merit will help. Our experienced and certified staff offers support recovery for all in need by providing access to quality assessment, education, integrated treatment services, and co-occurring services for substance abuse and behavioral health needs. Merit Resource Services, where we believe in recovery for all.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves! Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. Now, Cap KVU First Alert weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Hope you're having a good morning so far. And folks, we have a beautiful Friday ahead. Light rain for your weekend, though. I'll get to that in the future cast, but it is getting warmer starting today. Still below our average, but it is getting warmer. We do have just the hintest of shower activity in the foothills of the Blues and a little bit of snow, residual snow in the upper elevations of the Blue Mountain region. But other than that, we are free and clear, and it is going to be a gorgeous, gorgeous Friday. And we're going to see the clouds start to move on out and just unaccompanied sunshine today. But as we get to tomorrow morning, we do expect scattered, very light rain. It'll be very quick as well. You can see how quickly it moves out, and just pretty much all of our areas have a chance of some late morning to afternoon showers. Then things will settle down a bit as we get into Sunday night. But Sunday morning, we expect more widespread showers. So we're keeping a close eye on that, but do get ready for a little bit of shower activity for your weekend plans. Current temperatures, we're a little warmer than we were yesterday, especially along the Blue Mountain region. We are above the freezing mark, save for Yakima and Ellensburg. And Yakima's our cool spot as per usual, but they warmed up very quickly yesterday, and I expect them to do the same today. Now for our temperatures, we are warmer today than we have been really all this week, but we are looking at still chilly conditions off our average. So this is for the Tri-Cities. We're going to be right at our average for your weekend. So that means for all of our areas, upper 50s, mid to lower 60s for your weekend. And then yes, we cool back down just below our average for our next work week. So again, we're in this pattern where it's cool during the work week and then it, well, magically warms up for our weekend. Light winds today, and we expect not too much winds for tomorrow as well. So not much wind action. We will see a little bit of a bump as we get to Sunday. And then as we get into our next work week, we're going to see between 10 and possibly 20 mile per hour sustained winds at time. No real wind events in our next week, but still going to see a little bit of breeze coming in as we move into next week and starting on Sunday. So our countdown, we're 4 days away from tax day, 13 days away from the NFL draft here on Cap KVU ABC. Mother's Day, 30 days away. It's never too early to plan something special for mom. All right, our highs today, we're in the upper 50s to 60 degrees for the Yakima Valley. A little warmer in Ellensburg at 56, definitely the warmest day of our week. We're in the lower 60s for much of the Mid-Columbia, if not the upper 50s. And over in the Blue Mountain region, we're in those mid to upper 50s, but still, if you remember, Tuesday, the Blue Mountain region was in the lower 70s. So this has been a big cool down since then. So as we head into our weekend, we do expect some sun breaks for your weekend, but still looks like a little bit more cloud coverage and those light showers. Lower 60s for your weekend. Then we're right in those mid 50s with much nicer conditions in our next work week. Overnight lows above the freezing mark for your weekend. Then we cool down to start your next work week. In the Tri-Cities area, mid 60s Saturday and Sunday. A little more sunshine for you tomorrow. And again, scattered showers possible late morning, early afternoon for all of our areas on Saturday. And then it looks like we'll see a little bit more on our Sunday, and kind of clearing up in our next work week. So folks, get ready for a beautiful Friday ahead. Just plan ahead with those showers coming in and out, very light showers this weekend.
Saturday is World Art Day, and to celebrate the occasion, the Coyote Canyon Winery is opening up bottles of its wine in its series, the Artist Series, for a special tasting event. These wines display the paintings by the winery's co-owner. For this week's edition of Art Beat, I sat down with the artist and learned about the inspiration behind her work. Vibrant paintings highlighting the region and its history are not only on the walls of Coyote Canyon Winery, but also on the wine bottles. The artist is winery co-owner Martha Nelson Andrews.
I go out and I take a lot of photographs when the grapes, during all stages of ripening on the grapes, so I have plenty of material to paint from. And then the history of Prosser, some of the paintings have the Prosser Bridge in them.
But her greatest inspiration are the wild horses that once roamed the Horse Heaven Hills.
I like to bring them back as ghost horses in the artwork. So the latest painting that we did is called Guardians at the Vineyard, and they're kind of racing through the vineyard where they used to live on the plains.
The Artist Series wines will be a part of a tasting event Saturday afternoon from noon to 4 p.m. And visitors to the winery are invited to hear about the artist's work.
I think I love them all.
Nelson Andrews has had a love of art since she was a little girl.
My mother used to give me a pencil and paper just to shut me up.
She took that passion and crafted it into a career.
I went to work for the motion picture studios and for job shops and painted a lot of backgrounds, painted a lot of amusement parks.
She later moved to Prosser, meeting her husband, Mike, who owned the winery.
The place here was pretty bleak, and so I told him he needed to do some full finishing on the walls and, you know, a few murals on the walls and make it come alive that way.
From the tables to the walls, and of course, the wine bottles, the winery is now filled with her artwork. Martha Nelson Andrews is now turning a small tasting room in downtown Prosser into an art gallery that serves wine. She'll be hosting a grand opening of the space in a few months. The Allied Arts Association is celebrating its 75th anniversary this year, and right now the gallery at the park is displaying a show about the organization's history. The Allied Arts Association started in 1948, founded by school teacher and artist Thelma Pearson, who found the community could use some more artistic endeavors. Photographs and artwork from the past 75 years now hang on the walls of the gallery at the park. The organization's goal for the future: keep supporting local artists.
Over the years, it's been a challenge to not only get finances to keep us going, but to get people to keep it going. But for 75 years, we found the volunteers to do this, and we found the money to do it.
One of the major sources of funding is Art in the Park. This current exhibition won't be the only celebration for the association, with a 75th anniversary event planned for August 25th at Anthology in Richland.
There will be cocktails and entertainment, a silent auction, and I hope everybody just can come and have a great time.
In the meantime, the show at the gallery will be up until the end of the month. Admission is free, but the association always appreciates donations. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, it sounds like it could be a plot right out of a movie, as two A-list actors are finding out that they may be long-lost brothers.
We all know how effective and powerful the use of video can be. If you get in an accident, take pictures and use video. Call us if you're injured.
Call 735-0546. They're waiting to help you.
From Cap Cay View, this is Apple Valley Eats.
Welcome to Sage Brewing Company. We're the Tri-Cities premier location for great beer and a laid-back environment. I love making Simcoe-focused IPAs and hazy IPAs and all kinds of different hoppy beers. So our two main beers are our Big Boss IPA, which is a Northwest style IPA. It's got plenty of bitterness and hoppy aroma from Simcoe hops. Not too bitter, but just enough to balance that malt. And then we also have our Hold My Haze, which is our hazy IPA that's really nice and juicy, has some real tropical fruit flavors to it, and a nice hoppy punch in the aroma as well. We opened up our original location here at the brewery in 2019, late 2019, and then we have a second location at Hanson Park. That location we opened up last year in December. So the brewery location is a family-friendly location. We have a very small patio out front to allow dogs, but this is where we make all of our beers. All of our beers are made here, and then we take them down to the Hanson Park location. The Hanson Park location is a 21 and over. It's a little bit more adult focused, but we've got a lot of activities and events that we try to have down there.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you, which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
What is a leader? Someone who has backbone, resilience, determination to put a stake in the ground and get their hands a little dirty. Arrow Construction Supply has been the Northwest's leading provider of asphalt, concrete, and erosion control industries. From homeowner do-it-yourself to large commercial projects, we have everything for sale or rent to get the job done. Your locally owned and operated Arrow Construction Supply, leading the way and hitting our mark for 30 years.
We all know how effective and powerful the use of video can be. If you get in an accident, take pictures and use video. Call us if you're injured.
Call 735-0546. They're waiting to help you.
E.T. followed by Extra tonight at 7 on KFKView.
Welcome back. Actors Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson have had a bromance brewing for years, but now McConaughey says there's a possibility they're brothers.
All right, on a podcast interview, he said they were all sitting around a few years ago in Greece when his mom said she knew Harrelson's father, and it made them wonder if she meant no in the biblical sense.
Well, he said they found out Harrelson's dad was on furlough at the same time his mom and dad were in their second divorce. Yes, that's right. McConaughey's parents got divorced twice and married 3 times.
So McConaughey's father, he did pass away in 1993. McConaughey said he and Harrelson are on the edge of doing DNA tests to verify their suspicions, but he said he was more reluctant than Harrelson in case he discovers that his father might not be his biological parent after 53 years of believing that. I think, Jill, they need to bring back the Maury Show so they can do a DNA test. That would be huge. But it just sounds like a plot out of a movie. As
it really
said.
does. Yeah,
and they were great when they acted together there was an HBO series called True Detective. And
did they play brothers?
They did not play brothers. Okay. They played cantankerous detectives, I guess you could say. But anyways, we'll keep you up to date if we hear anything new on that. All right, quick look outside, Columbia Point Skycam. Pretty calm morning, but we have plenty of sunshine to talk about, but showers for your weekend. Your first alert weather forecast is coming up.
And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, the man accused of leaking classified documents is set to appear in court later today, bringing significant attention to the social media platform he allegedly used to distribute the documents. And South Florida has been hit with severe weather that some are calling a 1,000-year flood.
In today's Tech Bites, Apple's promise of more eco-friendly batteries. The company is committing to use 100% recycled cobalt in all its batteries by 2025. Last year, that number was just 25%. Apple is also pledging to increase the use of other recycled materials. Next, an easier way to access Spotify. A new icon will sit right on your iPhone's lock screen so you can launch your music or a podcast without unlocking the phone. You have to be on iOS 16 or later for it to work. And finally, if you see someone with a video game, there is a good chance they are a millennial. A study by entertainment company Fandom found the, quote, older generation of gamers spend more time playing than teens and Gen Zers. 52% of millennials listed video games as their top interest. And those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day, everyone.
Cleaning is the worst. Seriously, there's gotta be a better way. So we gave Swiffer a shot. If we don't love it, we get our money back. Spoiler alert, love it!
Sweeper's heavy-duty dry cloths grab dust and hair and lock it away. Better than my broom that can push it around. It even gets into hard-to-clean grooves and grout lines. Cool.
And Swiffer Duster gets in all those hard-to-reach places, trapping 3 times more dust. Yeah, switching to Swiffer, totally worth it. Love it or your money back.
Had enough? No, arthritis. Here, Aspirin Arthritis. Huh. Full prescription strength. Reduces inflammation. Thank the gods. Don't thank them too soon.
Kick pain in the Aspirin.
We know this story. The endless quest for your perfect foundation. With Sephora's exclusive Color IQ technology, we'll guide you to a shade you'll love. Come in and discover your match at Sephora.
The man suspected of leaking highly classified government documents has been arrested. What we know about him and the social media platform he allegedly used to share sensitive information. And South Florida has been hit with flooding some are calling a once-in-a-thousand-years event.
And folks, we are looking at a beautiful Friday, but some shower activity for your weekend. I'll help you and your family with your plans with my First Alert weather forecast.
From KapKView Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Oh, Jill!
Yes, Jason.
It's the weekend.
It is. Are we looking at a good weekend as far as weather goes?
We're looking at a warmer weekend, but occasional shower activity for your Saturday and Sunday, and maybe a little bit more cloud coverage. But let's talk about the good stuff. Today, I consider Friday part of the weekend.
Sure, yes.
It's going to be beautiful.
I agree.
Let's take a look outside at our Skycam at Columbia Point. And folks, we're going to be looking at a very, very nice Friday, but we have a little bit of upper elevation snow in the Blue Mountain region, and we've seen just a hint of shower activity. This little cell might even be heading towards Walla Walla. If you see anything in Walla Walla, it'll be quick. We're seeing a little bit of cloud coverage this morning, but that is going to be moving out, and we have plenty of sunshine to talk about today. Highs are going to be in the mid to upper 50s for our areas to lower 60s. So this is the warmest day for most of our areas, save for the Blues. They were in the lower 70s on Tuesday. But as we move into our weekend, we do expect some spotty showers tomorrow morning for Ellensburg and Yakima, and then the rest of our areas in the evening hours. So keep an eye out for showers, and that could persist on Sunday as well. So just a little bit of wetness for your weekend, but it is going to be warmer, and we're going to clear up next week. I'll fill you in on the details in my full forecast. It's coming up, but right now, let's send it back to Jill.
Now to the young man arrested in connection with that leak of sensitive U.S. intelligence documents. He worked on a military base in Massachusetts. His arrest and the leak of such wide-ranging classified information is shining a spotlight on a social media platform he allegedly used. Discord is used mostly by young people. Critics say it has little oversight and has become a breeding ground for extremists. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has more.
Today, the man arrested in connection with the leak of highly classified Pentagon documents is expected to make his first court appearance. 21-year-old Jack Teixeira faces charges under the Espionage Act. FBI agents in tactical gear converged on his Massachusetts home yesterday. News helicopters first spotted him reading on the back deck. He then emerged with his hands on his head. Authorities say Teixeira is a member of the Massachusetts Air National Guard, based at Otis Air Force Base, working as an IT specialist in the intelligence wing.
It feels like a movie. Who would have thought?
People who know him say he always expressed interest in the military and enjoyed gaming.
I went to high school with him. I knew of him. Good kid. Not really a whole lot of, I would never have kind of taken him, somebody like that. So it's kind of crazy.
Federal investigators have been looking into the leak of dozens of apparently classified Pentagon documents exposing top secret intelligence on everything from Ukraine to Iran to even U.S. allies. Hours before Teixeira's arrest, a report in the Washington Post described the alleged leaker as someone posting documents to impress young men in a chat room on the social media platform Discord. The Washington Post interviewed a teen who says he was a member of that chat room.
It felt like I was on top of Mount Everest. It felt like I was above everyone else to some degree, and that I would be able to brag to some people that I knew stuff that they didn't.
Popular with teens, experts say Discord's lack of content moderation allows conspiracy theories to spread. The New York Attorney General's office last year announced it was investigating Discord in connection with the racist mass shooting at a Buffalo supermarket. Investigators say the teen gunman detailed his plans weeks earlier on Discord. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Discord has said it is cooperating with the Buffalo investigation as well as the document leak investigation. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed one of the nation's most restrictive abortion bills into law Thursday night. The measure bans most abortion procedures after 6 weeks of pregnancy. Florida's so-called Heartbeat Protection Act passed the state's House chamber on a 70-40 vote Thursday. But even though DeSantis signed the bill into law, there could be a delay before it can be enforced. That's because the Florida Supreme Court is considering a lawsuit to the state's current 15-week abortion law. The new legislation would allow women who are victims of rape, incest, or human trafficking the right to get an abortion up to 15 weeks of a pregnancy. It's being called a once-in-a-thousand-years event. The relentless rain pounding South Florida is finally letting up today, but not before trapping people in their homes, closing a major airport, and raising more concerns about just how often we're now seeing thousand-year floods in this country. Here's ABC's Lionel Moise.
This morning, streets looking like canals with neighborhoods underwater and people trapped after Broward County, Florida was swamped with 1/3 of its annual rainfall in just 7 hours.
We were powerless to stop it from flooding in on both doors.
More rain fell last night after storms dumped more than 2 feet on Wednesday, smashing records.
I've driven around the city, and there's not one area of the city that has not been impacted.
And before the roads could even drain or dry, another storm. Fort Lauderdale Airport still closed last night, the tarmac and access roads inundated. This man paddleboarding in his neighborhood in Pembroke Pines, but the high waters were life-threatening for others.
We're in a swamp buggy about 8 feet off the ground, and take a look at the water level that we are driving through at this point. We're on our way to a gentleman that is handicapped and unable to make it out of one of these mobile homes.
The widespread flooding making rescues difficult and dangerous.
Horrible. My car it got water all the way almost to the top, and I was really scared. Then I came out and I slept over here at my neighbor's house.
At one point, more than 600 people were taken to shelters. Rescue crews are doing a grid search in hard-hit areas, going home to home to ensure people are safe.
A lot of people are still left in the neighborhood, and I'm worried about many of them. And it's absolutely horrific.
Schools will be closed again today, but the airport is finally set to reopen. Jason Valentine is here now with a look at your forecast.
Folks, we have a beautiful Friday on the way, but some shower activity to talk about this weekend. All of your forecasts coming right up.
And the latest twist in a volatile housing market, it seems like banks are losing money on home loans. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Get $1,500 purchase allowance on a 2023 Cadillac XT5 and XT6. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
When it comes to supplying the farm, come to Northwest Farm Supply. Your hometown store has a wide selection of everything egg-related. Plus, we're the largest Purina dealer in Hermiston. Products you trust from people who care. Northwest Farm Supply in Prosser, Hermiston, and Othello.
Welcome to the Village Bistro. We're happy you're here. I wanted to share with you some of the things we have on our menu. One of my favorite things is our lemon ricotta pancakes, topped with blueberries and powdered sugar and butter, and oh my, they are so delicious. You gotta try our 4-cheese mac and cheese, our burgers. Some say they're the best in town. We love to get to know each customer that comes in, and we want you to feel like family when you're with us.
At the Blue Mountain Station in Dayton, Washington, we invest in community. Our partners include Sweet Cheeks Bake Shop, Cedar Rain Spirits, Onyx Farms, Ray's Roast, Red Band Cellars, Bard and Bead Meadery, and the Co-op and Commercial Kitchen. We invite you to explore Dayton today.
There's no other word quite like home, because it's more than any specific place. It could be in the team spirit that keeps your heart pounding the whole drive over the mountains. It could be in the friendships that make you able to laugh at yourself. It's a feeling, a belonging, and that's really different for everyone. So while we can't define what home is to you, what we can do is help you get there.
Find your way home in a new Subaru from McCurley Subaru.
Put some spring into your step with Great Floors. Shop exclusive specials throughout our showroom on carpet, luxury vinyl, and cultivated wood. Save on Karastan carpet, only $20.23 for a whole home installation. Our huge selection and expert team are here to help you recreate the perfect look and feel of your home. Great Floors offers 12 months 0% financing, so you are free to select the exact flooring you want. Visit a showroom today and live life on Great Floors.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, Hermiston, and West Richland. Every location is conveniently located and gives you the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. We have something for everyone, including gift cards for any occasion. Check out the specials and deals today. Open 7 days a week in 5 locations: Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, Hermiston, and West Richland. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Welcome back, everyone, on this Friday morning. Well, in a shocking twist for the housing market, banks are actually losing money on home loans. Wells Fargo announced that it would be scaling back on the mortgage business, and they're not alone. The Mortgage Bankers Association reported that independent mortgage banks and subsidiaries of chartered banks are in the red for the first time since 2008, losing an average of $300 on each mortgage. The MBA cited low housing inventory, affordability challenges, and the skyrocketing mortgage rates as reasons that potential homeowners have backed out of the market. The average loan for first mortgages reached a high of $323,000, up significantly from almost $300,000 in 2022. Applications for refinancing are also down due to low interest rates, further pushing banks away. Coming up, the trial of Lori Vallow, the Idaho woman accused of murdering her children, continues. And I will return with your first alert weather forecast. Starting to see a hint of light this morning. It's going to be a gorgeous Friday. Can't wait to tell you about it, and I'll get you and your family ready for your weekend. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Portion of KFKV sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $2,100 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
At Vapiano, we invite you to slow down, enjoy the journey. Make a reservation today. Taste wine where it's created. Sample a variety of wines from Sauvignon Blanc, Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, and make it a day to remember. Vapiano Estates, Walla Walla.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
Whether you're looking for your next houseplant, getting those spring flowers in the ground, or planting your dream garden landscape, Queensgate Gardens is the place to go. Queensgate Gardens in Richland. Let's grow together.
Granting a wish is a powerful thing. My relationship with Make-A-Wish began 14 years ago. We put on a small car show here at the dealership. We generated $4,600, and 14 years later, we cumulatively now have a total of $1.14 million we've done for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I'm lucky to have a position that affords me the opportunity to work with some fantastic people throughout Eastern Washington. They understand our motivation to support the community, and they truly want to support the community. Granting a wish is a powerful thing. You see the laughter, you see the smile. Being a part of that, you can't walk away from that. You want to help another child, and that's been my motivation for years. When a lot of people come together, to me, that's community, and that's home.
Find your way home in a new Subaru from McCurley Subaru.
It's the biggest sale of the season at Furniture Row, so get ready because everything is on sale. Save on living, dining, and bedroom, like this unbeatable deal on the Wrangler sofa, only $5.99. Save big on the Jordan Queen bed, only $4.49. Get the 5-piece Colors dining set for only $4.49. And check out the queen size Summit Firm for only $332.49. Plus 3 years, no interest financing. The biggest sale of the season, on now at Furniture Row.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Now, Cap KVU First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful morning so far. Starting to see some light. We have a little bit of cloud coverage this morning, but that's going to be moving out quite swiftly and plenty of sunshine today. A nice Friday is on the way. We do have light rain expected for the weekend, but it is getting warmer, though we're just pretty much getting to our average as we get to tomorrow and Sunday. Just a hint of precipitation along the Blue Mountain region. Other than that, we are free and clear, and that's going to continue for our Friday. As we move along, again, a little bit more sunshine, then a little bit of cloud coverage coming in. But as we get to Saturday morning, we do expect to see some very light shower activity coming in. Also a little bit of snow for the Cascades. That will get a little bit worse as we get to Sunday, and looking at shower activity kind of just surrounding our areas, but it'll be light and pretty quick if it does come. So as we head into Sunday, we're going to have much more snow into the Cascades, and again, a better chance of some more showers for our area. So if you are traveling over to the west side, do keep an eye on that, and possibly a little bit of heavy cells coming through Pendleton. So expect that as we get to Sunday afternoon. So shower activity is expected for your weekend, but still for Saturday, it should be very brief, but could be a little more sustained Sunday evening. So for our temperatures, we are above the freezing level for most of our areas, much more so in northeastern Oregon along the Blues. We're still in the upper 20s for Ellensburg and Yakima, but today is going to be the warmest day of our work week for most of our areas, save for the Blues. The Blues are in the lower 70s on Tuesday. But as we get into our weekend, we're going to be right at our average. So for all of our areas, upper 50s, mid to lower 60s, but then cooling down into our next work week, just like we've done 3 weeks in a row. So for winds, we're going to see light winds today, and it's going to slightly uptick as we get to Sunday. And then for our next work week, we do expect to see between 10 and possibly 20 mile per hour sustained winds. Still nothing major, but still going to see a little bit of breezy conditions return, possibly Sunday, but most likely the beginning of our next work week. So hey, tax day is coming up next Tuesday, everyone, 4 days away. NFL draft right here on Cap KVU ABC, 2 weeks away. It's going to still be on Friday, but it's going to start 13 days from now, 2 weeks from yesterday. And Mother's Day, just a month away. As we look at our highs today, we are warmer, upper 50s to lower 60s for the Yakima Valley, even 56 for Ellensburg. Over in the lovely mid-Columbia, lower 60s, some upper 50s, and in the Blue Mountain region, still way off where we were on Tuesday, but we are warming up from what we've seen the last 2 days in the mid to upper 50s. 7-day forecast, a little bit more cloud coverage for Yakima for your Saturday, Sunday. Again, some light showers early on Saturday and then possibly some evening showers for Sunday. Looking much better though as we head into our next work week. Overnight lows will take a dip starting Sunday late night. In the Tri-Cities area, mid-60s for your weekend, then right around that 60-degree mark into our next work week. And you can see we just have a little chances of shower activity, and that really is indicative of tomorrow. So keep an eye out for some light rain for your Saturday, and especially along the blues, maybe some afternoon heavier shower activity. But still, should be a nice warm weekend ahead. Just make sure you have your umbrella, but get ready for a beautiful Friday ahead with plenty of sunshine and our warmest temperatures for most of our cities for this week.
New testimony from a key witness in the trial of Lori Vallow Daybell. She's the Idaho mother accused of killing her 2 children as part of a doomsday religious cult with her husband Chad. Here's ABC's Andrea Fujii.
In court yesterday, Melanie Gibb, described as Lori Vallow Daybell's former best friend, testified about Lori and Chad's extreme religious beliefs.
She shared with me that he told her that they had been married in another time period.
Gibb said Lori believed her kids were zombies and that her son JJ was possessed by an evil spirit.
She told me he would, climb up on the refrigerator and go top of the cabinets, and he was acting just more aggressive.
Prosecutors also played a phone call Gibb recorded where Gibb is heard asking Lori and Chad about JJ's whereabouts.
Where is he? I've been asking, where is he? I can tell everything where JJ is right now, and that would not be good, JJ.
The children's bodies were found on Chad's property months after they went missing. Gibb, during cross-examination, tried to distance herself from the notion of zombies as the defense questioned her own religious beliefs.
You were involved in some of these casting out of devils and evil spirits with Lori, right?
Correct.
Okay. And during the times that you were doing these castings or casting out of evil spirits, did you ever feel like this was the wrong thing to do?
It felt very unusual. It was very innocent to me.
Gibb testified that Lori told her she and Chad believed their spouses were going to die, and then she and Chad could be together. The couple also faced charges in the murder of Chad's ex-wife, Tammy, and Lori faces charges in her husband's death in Arizona. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
The trial is expected to last 8 to 10 weeks. She and her husband have pleaded not guilty. When we come back, they may not be your typical therapy dogs, but these Great Danes are making patients' days a bit brighter at one Minnesota hospital.
Your roof protects your home and family every day. Shouldn't it be the best roof possible? With Air Roofing, a family-owned business in Prosser, you'll see why our customer reviews speak for themselves. No job too small, big enough to take care of your roofing needs. Air Roofing, a company built on quality and reputation.
Watch me. Watch my first step turn to leaps and bounds. Watch me play carefree while the world goes round. Listen to me join in with every girl and boy. Screams of happiness, limitless joy. Watch me run through the grass and sand. They said I would, now I can. Watch me. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Homeowners, Washington is moving to renewable power. Consider an investment in green energy. Rooftop solar with Solar Power Northwest, a true one-stop shop. Solar Power Northwest, a better way to solar.
Make your first move with battery power made by Steel. Right now, save $50 on the FSA 57 battery trimmer. Real Steel. Find yours.
Get a great deal and the best prices of the year. Now at Overturf Kia, you'll find a great selection of new vehicles in stock now. A 2023 Kia Soul LX with automatic transmission starts at just $19,999. Plus, get interest rates as low as 2.9%. Take delivery today or reserve a car that's on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, Hermiston, and West Richland. Every location is conveniently located and gives you the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. We have something for everyone, including gift cards for any occasion. Check out the specials and deals today. Open 7 days a week in 5 locations: Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, Hermiston, and West Richland. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Want to drive?
Really?
Most of us agree our roads are safer when we put away our phones. But we still have some people to reach. So spread the message. And set the example. Because that's how we make the road a safer place for you and your loved ones. Together, we get there.
E.T. followed by Extra tonight at 7 on Cap KView.
All right, let's head closer to home on this Friday morning. Beautiful day for all of our areas and a little bit warmer for the Ellensburg region. We're at 56 today. Over in the Yakima Valley, warmest day of the week as well, though we are going to be warmer for your weekend. Mid to upper 50s, lower 60s, ample sunshine today. In the Mid-Columbia, lower 60s, upper 50s as well. And over in the lovely Blue Mountain region, we do expect to see maybe a little bit more cloud coverage, especially this morning. Upper 50s to lower 60s, though we do have scattered showers expected for your Saturday and a little more sustained along the Blues for your Sunday afternoon. I'll get to that in my full forecast that's coming up later in the show.
When you think of therapy animals, you probably don't think of Great Danes, which are bigger than some horses. I think we're talking about those miniature ponies.
Yes, I think so.
John Lauritsen shows us how they are becoming a hit at one Minnesota hospital.
If a nurse isn't aware of us coming in, doesn't know that the dogs, they're that big, they've been scared.
When Wayne Kamelik brings Hulu and Tootsie to the hospital, they have to avoid narrow spaces. But despite their size, the Great Danes are about as friendly as they come.
They are, unless you were a squirrel. Yes, they are just the most gentle animals that I've ever raised.
Hulu weighs 170 pounds, Tootsie weighs 166. In fact, both dogs tower over miniature horses that are in the local Therapy Animal Association.
This is very unique, and to have a brother-sister team is very cool.
A while back, Hulu made friends with 3-year-old Nellie Kubski.
He remembers you.
Why did you come to the hospital? Do you remember?
Because my tummy hurts.
Nellie had appendicitis and was in a lot of pain. But just before her surgery, the biggest and friendliest dog she had ever seen paid her a visit.
He helped you feel better?
Yeah.
For a little bit?
Yeah, he was just cheering me up.
Before they became therapy dogs, Hulu and Tootsie were show dogs, winning awards with Wayne and his wife Patricia. Sadly, she was diagnosed with dementia a few years ago and now lives in a memory care facility. But several times a week, the gentle giants pay Mom a visit.
Does it help her too? Yes, definitely. Not only help her just individually, but she has more rapport with other staff and people in the residency.
Great Danes who are pretty great. And it doesn't matter if you're an older patient or someone 7 times smaller than they are. Hulu and Tootsie are always looking to make a friend.
And you know, gentle giants is really the right way to describe Great Danes.
Yes.
They are so sweet.
It doesn't look like they respect personal space too much, but
They just want to say hello.
Exactly. Those therapy dogs, they just do, or therapy animals, all of them,
Yeah.
they just do absolute wonders. So fantastic, as you said, gentle giants. All right, folks, a quick look outside. I'll get you ready for this lovely Friday ahead and get you ready for your weekend as well. Coming up.
Plus, a standoff in Findlay resulted in authorities calling SWAT for reinforcements, what led police to call them in. And Kennewick police are urging citizens to keep a lookout for a suspect believed to be trying to get into people's cars. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
From Cap KView Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. It's